Yeah, am I far enough back? Is that going to work there?
That's good, stay there.
It's been a tight squeeze trying to offload an excavator in a narrow street in Northbridge on Sydney Harbour. With the truck blocking the street, labourer Ryan has laid a path of tyres to protect the road's surface.
You're on the wire. 2 centimetres away.
Just keep coming down with your blade. We don't need to bring tyres down the ramp, I don't think.
It's put my blood pressure up a little bit, yeah. I mean, I can walk this machine onto the back of a semi without ramps on a tabletop, but when it's like this and there's a lot at stake, it's a different lot of nerves.
Hey, Michael, do you want to just stop that lady, maybe? Stop the lady with the poodle?
But I need a few more tyres. Tyres, come on, tyres, boys. You're killing my time.
Keep it covered, keep it stop.
It's taken an hour just to get this far, and still no demo's been done.
Stop there.
Whoa.
The tyre under the front for you.
I thought we would be able to walk the machine straight off the side of the float and straight into the job that way, which we've done heaps of times. It's not necessarily recommended, but it's a lot better than damaging the road. But given the angles and the off camber on the road, it just worked better to run the float down the hill and unload it the way we did.
You get a little bit nervous when you're making sure you don't damage the road, making sure no one gets hurt. It's a critical part of the job.
Luckily, Peter has avoided the added expense of fixing the road, but there's still one more obstacle in the path to destruction.
We're going to load out asbestos so then we can start dropping the house shortly.
Because we've got a demolition licence and an asbestos removal licence, we can control the site and have part demolition happening whilst in a separate section we can be doing asbestos work at the same time.
The bulk of asbestos is now removed, but the team needs to get a clearance certificate before they're good to go with the rest of the house demo.
There's limitations to how much you can actually get in and do until you've got your sign-offs too, so it's just it's a frustrating, critical part of the job.
And while they wait for the paperwork to come through, Peter has realised he has an even bigger problem to deal with.
I've loaded up the grabs last night and my buckets for this job. Assumed that there was a pin in the machine, but the pin's been taken out of the machine, put in another machine, and now I've got here without pin for the grabs. And the pin for the grabs is what anchors one half of the grab to the machine, and the other half is what moves off the bucket controls. So without that pin, I'm a creek.
I don't know where these council workers are. Starting to hold me up.
The crew from Flowride is ready to bring down an old family home in Brisbane. But boss Jeff has noticed council roadworks have now restricted access to the site.
Well, the trucks are going to be sitting on the side of the road doing nothing.
Tracking down the missing council workers will have to wait. The house demo is ready to start.
Starting to stress me out because I'm not set up and the boys are nowhere to be seen.
The plan is to put some metal plates over the ditch and around the water meter and telecom box to provide safe access for the heavy haulers.
I'd go put them in myself, but I don't know whether they'll like it.
It's just a matter of finding the council crew.
Do you reckon we can put 2 of those steel plates in?
Not allowed.
Not allowed? Use dirt?
Sorry?
Use dirt?
Just use dirt.
Mate, I think we've got to come up with a new game plan. They're saying those plates are allocated for a road crossing, so if we steal a couple of them, they might have a few cars in the holes. The only option we got, really, is to put a bit of fill back in there. We're just going to have to dig it back out, which is all adding time and dollars to the budget. Yeah. We've got to get the job done, so it is what it is.
The excavator needs to be diverted from its salvage sorting duties to help create access for the trucks that are due in the next half hour. But driver Troy is a man on a mission.
I think he's just keen to get it done today. He doesn't want to talk to the boss. So we might have to do the old swap over. Get the lackey here, pull those hoses off and get some dirt. I'll move my car. I'll get a bit of that landfill over there.
But before the grabbers can be changed for a bucket, Troy has some gardening to do.
Just like magic.
Now that the tight driveway is more truck-friendly, It's just a matter of making sure the entranceway is too, which involves packing the ditch with dirt.
You're going to get Troy to get one more bit of fill here just so he ramps it up so it compacts. And then we should be pretty well sweet for the trucks to roll in.
With the first truck now in sight, Jeff will soon see if his hasty repair job has worked.
Pretty well on time, aren't we? That was nice. Now, as long as we can get him in, oh, it's definitely going to be tight. This letterbox could get a tickle up on the way through. A bit more concerned about these Telstra pits and the water meter. This will compact, but we just got to dig that back out later on. I guess time will tell. First truck in, see what happens.
This has never happened in 10 years of crushing.
In Perth, a crushing machine's been brought to a grinding halt at Capital Recycling. There's literally a spanner in the works, a stray piece of steel bar.
When a lump of steel goes through that green machine in the background, it usually costs us tens of thousands of dollars to repair, and that's something we try to avoid like the plague.
The longer this mechanical beast is out of action, the higher the rubble pile's going to get. And less product getting rolled out to busy customers on trucks.
The Rio bar that's inside the concrete, sometimes we don't get it all out, and there's always that stray piece that will come through, and it'll end up through the jaw crusher, and we end up with a bird's nest underneath the machine.
Dave's cleared the bird's nest. But now it's time to go fishing. This is not a machine you'd normally want to put your arm into.
Time is money, and we can't afford to have the machine sitting here doing nothing, because that's not what we'll get paid for. So the quicker he gets in there and gets it cut out, the quicker we get back to it.